Happy Halloween! It's time for Halloween. All right. Let's take that off. That's my Halloween costume for this year. Samwise Gamgee. No. That's Sam from Trick or Treat. All right, so it's Halloween time. So let's get into my favorite Halloween movies. The ones that I like to watch on Halloween specifically. So I guess I should fix my hair. I got Sam goop all over me. Got that pumpkin. So I've made a list of my favorite movies to watch on Halloween, and then some honorable mentions that I may or may not watch. It just depends on the year. So let's get into these. So these are in no particular order except for the last two, which I watched during Halloween evening. So let's get into it. So a couple of my honorable mentions first that I may or may not watch. The Wolfman from 1930. Actually, any of the 30s, you know, Dracula, The Invisible Man, any of those I might throw on, depending on who's here, if I'm by myself, and kind of what mood I'm in. The next one is going to be Creepshow. I like a good anthology, and so I always watch another anthology every Halloween, which you probably won't be surprised by which one that is, but sometimes I do like to throw in Creepshow and just kind of watch that and have some fun. The next one is Halloween 4, because man, this movie has Halloween in spades. It is just, it's got the mood, man. It's got the vibe of Halloween, so sometimes I throw that in. But those are ones that like may or may not be watched on Halloween. So I am filming this on Halloween because I was like, you know what? Let me get in my actual mindset. What am I gonna watch today? So those are my honorable mentions, but now I'm gonna tell you the ones that I'm actually watching this year. And some of them I've already watched. I've already watched one. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna film my video, and then while I'm editing, I'm gonna watch another video. So let's get into it. So I've already watched The Thing. I got up, had some coffee, ate some breakfast, and I watched The Thing this morning. And I love John Carpenter, and I love The Thing. I like to just start out with something that is like not really like Halloween themed or anything, but it's one that I watch pretty much every year, and I just kind of like to throw it on while I eat, and then it gets me in the mood, and then I slowly get more Halloween as the day goes on. All right, so then after that I throw in Halloween, Evil Dead 2, another fun movie. You know, I kind of like to you know, not the scary, but the more serious with, you know, the not so serious and the fun. So then I pop in Evil Dead 2, so I've watched that, and then I was like, you know, all right, it's time to film. So now I'm filming. So the next movie, I'm gonna throw in Hocus Pocus, which is Halloween in spades also, and so I'm gonna watch that while I edit this video you're watching right now. So I can throw that on the background. I've seen Hocus Pocus enough that I can just throw it on in the background and enjoy listening to it, and then like doing other things, playing games or something like that. So I'll edit this video and I'll watch Hocus Pocus. Then I will probably take a break, do whatever other stuff I'm gonna do, and then we get into the big boy. So I've got them down, and then so usually it really just depends. Like I said, I may throw in one of those alternates, but this year I'm not really sure if I'm gonna throw something in. I may find something else on the shelf back here and throw it on and watch it, or just see what's on Netflix or something like that. I may just watch something I haven't watched. Guillermo del Toro's new kind of like mini-series thing is going on, The Cabinet of Curiosity, so I'll probably watch an episode or two of that, and we mix that in this year. And then this evening, I will get the largest bag of Sour Patch Kids that I can, because I'm a grown-ass man and I can handle it, and I will sit down and I will watch Trick or Treat, which I recently covered in my Nightmare Flashbacks series, so I'll link that up below so you can check that out. And then I will end the night with my favorite Halloween movie, which is Halloween. And I know that's probably going to be for most people, but mine is different. So mine is connected to memories of like watching this on Halloween as a kid all the way up through adulthood. And then, you know, I've got a lot of like memories kind of intertwined with Halloween, more so than some of the other holidays that I don't. But it's more like I remember going to my grandparents' house and like being in their like formal living room, which a lot of people don't have anymore, but going down in there, getting dressed, and then we drive and go into some of the bigger neighborhoods around them and trick or treat. And so I always just, that's what I remember about Halloween. It's just kind of getting together, seeing my grandmother who has passed away, and then just kind of like reliving those memories is good for me, because it's a good time. And I just love Halloween, man. I like the weather, you know, it's fall where I live. You know, we actually have seasons, so it's fall here. You know, I've got the leaves all out. You know, we've got some pumpkins on the porch, and it's just like, man, it's just such a fun time. And I love Halloween candy. I love all of that stuff. I don't have any kids, so I don't go trick-or-treating obviously anymore. And the neighborhood I am is kind of closed off, and I just live with a bunch of fucking old people. So, which is a good thing year round. But I just don't get any trick-or-treaters. I think we may go to some party thing tonight, but I'm not sure about that yet. So it also is me and my wife's anniversary when we started dating. So there's a lot of emotion and like stuff tied to Halloween for me that is just like, this day is super special for me. Not only because I love horror, this is kind of what bred my love for horror. And like, my Halloween picks may be different than yours and may not be very Halloweeny except for a couple, but again, I watch horror year round. So a lot of these movies that people just save for Halloween, I watch year round because I love it. And now, especially now that I have a channel, it's given me an opportunity to kind of revisit a lot of those. I mean, I got a whole whiteboard over there filled with shit that I want to cover. And, you know, so, you know, I got a lot to cover. I got a lot that I want to watch. And it's just like, this just gives me the platform to be like, you know what, I am going to go revisit that. Not that I couldn't anyway, but gives me a chance to look at it from a lens of like, you know, I just want to talk about this. Let me watch this in a form that I'm going to talk about this at a later point. So I like that aspect of rewatching some of these horror movies. But that's really all I've got for my Halloween day. It's pretty simple. My movies are pretty simple. Let me know down below, what are your favorite Halloween movies? What are you watching this year? Because this is Halloween day. So what are you watching this year? What's your favorite thing to watch on Halloween? What is like a must watch that you don't miss? And that's pretty much all I got. So one thing, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has watched this channel and supported this channel. I had a pie in the sky goal at the end of this month of reaching 300 subscribers, which, mind you, I've only had my channel for like 2 months, so that was a crazy thing. But you know, it's like, you know, go big or go home. You know, I was just throwing the whole enchilada at it, and I'm like, you know what? If I don't hate it, I'm not going to be mad. It's just one of those things that I'm like, oh, it'd be cool if I could. And I think we're like 2 away from 250 at the timing of this video. And so it's crazy to me that we're at that 250. I think my last video, we were at 200. Like, and so it's crazy to me that I have kind of blown up, a little blown up. It's like a small explosion, not one of those big explosions, because obviously my videos are not virality. But, you know, in this community, I am slowly starting to see people trickle in, and that's awesome. So I hope you like my takes on things. Like I said, I like to just kind of have fun and have more of a conversation in my videos, and so that's what I will always do. But a little channel update at the end of this, if you made it this far and you've liked my content so far. I do have a new series coming out in November, and that's going to be called Real Fear, and that's going to be movies based on true events, and I'm kind of going to dive into the facts and the fiction and kind of how they handle all of that. I don't want to get too true crimey with it, but it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and so I'm working on it. It's almost done. It's taken me almost 2 months to get the idea and get it flowing, and then like get into the editing process and figure that out. So look for that sometime in November. I'm not going to give you a date because I'm not sure exactly when it'll come out, but it will be coming out. So just make sure that you've got the bell on if you're already subscribed. And just so you'll know when I do that, I also recently unlocked my community tab, so I'll be posting more stuff there. So if you do not get the notification, I'm going to try and post when I do have new videos in that community thing, so maybe you'll catch it there. I do have a poll up right now on there about like what I should cover for my nightmare flashbacks. I've got The Fog, Pet Sematary, the Poughkeepsie tapes, and the original Amityville Horror. So whichever one you'd like to see me cover next month, you could put down below, as well as your favorite Halloween movies. But that's pretty much all I got. Thank you. Happy Halloween. Hope you guys have an awesome day. If you've got kids, take them out. Let them eat all the candy. Show them some fucked up scary movies that you really shouldn't be showing them. That's what I do. That's why I'm a good uncle. You know, I show them shit they should not be watching. I'm like, let's sit down and watch Tales from the Crypt. I mean, hey, that's what my parents did to me. So, you know, look, I turned out okay, I guess. A little bit okay. But that's pretty much all I got. If you like what I do here, consider becoming part of the collective. And that's it. You know, like I said, one thing, don't forget, some doors should never be opened.